Good morning, dear students. First of all, I welcome you all to the new academic session. Today, I am going to discuss the first chapter named The Best Christmas Present in the World by Michael Morpurgo. This is the first chapter from your literature book Honeydew. Let's discuss some important characters from the chapter. The first important character is the narrator. Narrator means who narrate the story, and the narrator of the story is Michael Morpurgo. Second important character is Connie, or you can say Mrs. Jim Macpherson. Next, Mr. Jim Macpherson, who is an army man. Tommy. Tommy is the name of a British soldier. Fritz. Fritz is the name of a German soldier. Now, one of the most important thing that played an important role in the story, that is the address. Address is 12 Copper Beeches, Bridport, Dorset. Now, let's discuss the summary of the chapter. In the story, the author went to a junk shop in Bridport. He noticed a roll-top desk. It was very old and made of oak. It was in a bad condition. It had burn marks down one side. Since it was cheap, the author decided to buy it and get it repaired. He began working on it on Christmas Eve. Even though the author knew it was wrong, he could not resist temptation and read the letter. The letter had been written by Jim to his wife Connie. He was a soldier set against the Germans during the First World War. Jim wrote to her that he was very happy as something wonderful had happened. The soldiers on both sides of the no man's land were taking up positions in their trenches. It was Christmas morning, cold and frosty. Jim saw the German soldiers waving a white flag. They were calling out the English soldiers to say Happy Christmas. It was a big surprise to be greeted like friends by the enemies, but it was true, not a trick. The English soldiers also wished them in return. The leader said that they wanted to celebrate the festival. Jim was the officer in command. He allowed his men to join the Germans. Grey coats and khaki coats mingled in the middle. In the time of war, they were making peace. The German soldier who came first was named Hans Wolf. Before joining the army, he used to play the cello in an orchestra. Jim had been a school teacher in Dorset. Hans liked that he knew Dorset well. In fact, he had read about the place in Hardy's novel. Far from the madding crowd, the soldiers from the rival camps smoked, laughed, drank, and feasted. Hans said that he liked marzipan, the sweet covering party like that. They played football also. Both agreed on one point. The countries should have resolved their disputes by playing football or cricket match because no one dies in a match, whereas war leaves behind orphans and widows. The game was finished, so did the drinks and cakes. Jim told Hans that they hoped to see families as soon as the fighting ended by Christmas next year. The author put the letter back into the envelope and drove in Bridport. He meant to hand over the letter to Connie. Connie was now 101 years old. Her house had caught fire, but she was saved. She was now in a conservatory. The author wished her Happy Christmas and gave the letter to her. She recognized the writing of her husband and felt very happy. She mistook the author for Jim, who had come home as promised on Christmas. She kissed the author on the cheek and asked him to read his letter to her. She wanted to listen to the voice of her husband. She said that he himself was the best Christmas present to her. Now, the moral of the story. The moral of the story is war always leads to death and destruction, and the world today must resolve to peaceful coexistence. Thank you and